and today we're looking at my favorite songs and albums for August of 2021. Gonna be a little bit different. This is something that I've been thinking about doing for many months now. I just want to be looking back on every month, looking back the previous month of my favorite songs, my favorite projects, albums, EPs, mixtapes, etc., whatever we want to call it, certain projects names. So just going over, looking back some of my favorite songs, some of my favorite projects, and some of the songs from those projects, and just compiling all what are my thoughts on, quick anecdotal thoughts, because I can make 1,000 reviews about 1,000 different projects coming out damn near every week, but that would be too exhausting. So I thought, why not do short snippets of different projects, maybe different singles, different songs. I'll be leading into several albums that'll be coming out eventually in the coming months, next year, whatever, etc. So I just thought, why not just do some brief thoughts about specific singles and specific projects coming out. So for August 2021 was interesting to see. Got a lot of classics. I think we got a couple classics on there, a couple solid projects, a couple little snippets of different things. So without further ado, let's look at my favorite songs from my favorite albums to my favorite projects of August 2021. All right, started off with songs. Coming out the gate, we had The Weeknd with "Take My Breath." He teased this on Twitter leading up to the release. I believe this released in early August, and it's The Weeknd, man, coming off After Hours of last year and like milking the hell out of it as he should. That was my favorite. That was my #1 album of 2020. So he's coming out with this single, "Take My Breath," which is essentially, I did a reaction to that song, so you haven't the reaction be up here, but did my reaction to that song. Just The Weeknd, man, he just cannot miss. Who knows? This might be a leading single into his next album. It's probably coming out next year. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be like the first single, and the next single probably coming out like earlier 2022, and then leading into the album, etc. But thoroughly enjoyed that track from The Weeknd. It's really interesting to see what he does, man. He's been putting out solid features, and now seems like he's on his next album run. So Take My Breath, thoroughly enjoy that song. Next up, we got is Russ. Russ has been on his single release train for it seems like all of summer. Yeah, all the summer of 2021. He's been releasing a song every week, and in the month of August, pretty much playlisted all but one. Italy was the first one. I thoroughly enjoyed that. When with You was like more of acoustic, with him just hitting guitar, singing. I thoroughly enjoyed that track. I think the week after I didn't really enjoy, but Can't Let Go, he released this past Friday. I think I enjoyed that track. So he was 3 for 4. He tends to be very hittable with these singles he's been releasing every single week. It was only one, I think the third week of August I didn't really enjoy, but the first two, Italy, When I'm With You, and then Can't Let Go from last week, I thoroughly enjoyed those tracks. And Russ, can't wait to, I believe Russ said he's anticipating a release Chomp EP Part 2. He released Chomp late last year with him rapping and getting different artists, Benny the Butcher. He had Black Thought on there, Busta Rhymes on there. Just everyone just absolutely spitting. So I'm anticipating for that project coming out in the next few months, because I know he's going to be absolutely snapping on there. I think he's supposed to get Royce 5'9", King Loss on there. So I'm expecting some big things from the next Champion EP. But Russ, in the month of August, pretty solid in my opinion. Next song on the list is Don't Go from Skrillex, Justin Bieber, and Don Toliver. They all came together for a solid track. Like I said, I've also did a reaction to that video, to that song, so the video will be up here. It was different when I seen Skrillex as the producer tag. I was expecting dubstep, EDM, electronic music, but he actually tailored it more towards Justin Bieber and his poppy-esque sound. And of course, Justin Bieber always delivers on his vocals. Don Toliver with his vocals on there. I wish Don Toliver's verse was a little bit longer, but it's neither here nor there. It's pretty much a Justin Bieber track, even though it's underneath Skrillex's name. But nice little solid little song, something little throw out there for definitely for Don Toliver. I think that's definitely going to boost his credibility, his name, his moniker in that world, because it's being alongside Justin Bieber and having his vocals on there is definitely going to put him up on a different pedestal. But Don't Go, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The last single to close this out is Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar, Family Ties. Man, I also did a reaction to this song linked up here. But Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar finally coming back with something substantial in the last few years. This man been having us starving, having us salivating with something more. He finally came back with a track with his feature verse on Family Times, and he absolutely snapped. It's very good. I thought a lot of people enjoyed that. I think a lot of people enjoyed it at first, but after a while, looking at some of the reviews and stuff, people haven't really been enjoying Family Ties as I thought as much as it would be. But I thoroughly enjoyed that track. Baby Keem absolutely snapped. Kendrick Lamar on this comeback season absolutely snapped. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Baby Keem does with this track. He's gonna carry the wave for at least the album in the coming months or so, and then Kendrick Lamar probably know. I'm expecting him to release the album next year. Now I don't think he's going to release something. I'm gonna be very surprised if he releases something this year. But Family Ties, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar, thoroughly enjoyed that track. They just absolutely snapped on it. Alright, that closed out some of the songs that I've enjoyed from August. Now let's look at some of the projects, some of the mixtapes, some of the albums, some of the EPs. Started off with Nas and King Disease 2. This man, the balls. I've said this many times in the recent reaction videos of Devin on Nas, but for this man to release the sequel to his first Grammy award-winning album, King Disease, in 2020 of last year, to release the sequel the very next year is ballsy as hell. And not only that, in most of the cases, King's Disease 2 beats King's Disease 1. So it's going to be interesting to see if he wins back-to-back Grammys for King Disease. That's just unfathomable to this man to release the sequel to his first Grammy award-winning album, to release the sequel the very next year, and most people will agree that it outclassed the original version. Some of my favorite tracks: the Pressure, EPMD 2 with EPMD and Eminem on there. Nobody with Miss Lauryn Hill. This motherfucker got Lauryn Hill to come back for a verse in 2021. Oh, Nasir is one of the very few artists to do that. But man, that's a certified classic. King Disease 2. I thoroughly enjoyed that project. It's crazy to say Nas has been doing this for about 3 decades now, and for him to be this consistent, releasing album after album, classic after classic, it's crazy to see the longevity this man has. But Nasir, King Disease 2, thoroughly enjoyed that project. Next little EP we got is Isaia Huron. I believe I pronounced his name is Isaiah. I believe it's pronounced Isaiah. He released Bound mid of August of 2021. Nice little EP, nice little new artist I've found from Twitter, because you know I follow some Twitter hip hop accounts. They was throwing this name constantly out there, so let me check it out. A nice little EP. I think it was 4 or 5 tracks. Some of my favorite tracks from there was Somehow I Knew and Falling. You know, I'm trying to get accustomed to some new artists. And I know last year I did a lot of new artists I didn't know I wanted to expect and thoroughly enjoyed, so I wanted to carry that on in 2021. And Isaia Huron was one of those artists, but nice little EP from him. Next up we got is Big Krit. Big Krit released A Style Not Quite Free. Man, Big Krit's been doing this for about a decade now, released that solid album after album. He's been taking a break, it seems like, for the last few years, but he came back with this project, A Style Not Quite Free, and I thoroughly enjoyed that project. Some of the favorite songs or Subway. I think Subway is my favorite from that. Just him spitting and rapping with some of the new and the old styles mixed together. It was just thoroughly enjoyed Big Krit. I should do more Big Krit stuff, but like I said, he hasn't been releasing too much stuff, but I thoroughly enjoyed that project from him. Next up we got is Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher released Pyrex Picasso in August. You know, the whole Griselda crew, they mostly release several projects a year. Some are longer than others, obviously. And this one, it was all right to me. I believe Benny the Butcher released what was it, for Heavy Fraud. I forgot the project's name. Why am I forgetting the project's name? I have it like right there. The Plugs Met too. There we go. I didn't really enjoy that project from Benny the Butcher, but this one I enjoyed more. Some of my favorite tracks are Fly With Me with Condom Machine, the title track Pyrex Picasso. So it was a nice little EP from me, from Benny the Butcher. I'm waiting for the next full-fledged project. Somebody release something like damn, there's so much fucking music, I can never remember fucking album title names. Burning the Proof, there we go. Burning the Proof last year, waiting for him to release a solid, like, cohesive studio project like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed Pyrex Picasso. Next up we got Boldy James. Boldy James, I had no idea who he was before August of 2021. But he released the album with The Alchemist. Bo Jackson, thoroughly enjoyed that project. Some of the beats on here, Alchemist was absolutely snapping, and Boldy James was doing the same as well. Some of my favorite tracks was Fake Flowers, which had Currency and Freddie Gibbs on there. Legal Search and Seizure, which was a nice little skit in the beginning. They absolutely snapped. So that was a nice, like I said, I've been trying to do more and more artists I've never been accustomed to and never knew aware of. And Boldy James definitely did that for me with The Alchemist. That project was insane. Next up, we got Dvsn and Ty Dolla $ign collabing for a project. Cheers to the best memories. Dvsn and Ty Dolla $ign compliment one another. So when I see that this EP was coming to fruition, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be good, because they've done a lot of tracks together. Whereas Dvsn featured Ty Dolla $ign. You know, Ty Dolla $ign always features on somebody's project, and then Ty Dolla $ign with Dvsn on the track. So them coming together for a collab project was absolutely beautiful, absolutely Some of my favorite tracks was I Believe. My tarp is falling down. I Believe with Mac Miller. I thoroughly enjoyed that project between them two. Mac Miller, I mean the song. Wedding Cake, Can't Tell with YG, Don't Say a Word. So nice little vibes, nice little vibes between Dvsn and Dolla. I thoroughly enjoyed that project. Next up, it got coming from this past Friday, Westside Gunn released a project. This is a long name. Hitler Wears Hermes 8, Sincerely Adolf. What a crazy project title name. I thoroughly enjoyed the album from him. It was alright to me. I think some of the beats, the production on here wasn't really hitting for me, but some of my outstanding tracks. Of course, he has one with the whole Griselda too. So Claire's Back with Kanye Machine, Benny the Butcher. I wish it was like I think it was like a 2-3 minute instrumental part that I just wish would be taken out because it's so annoying. It's annoying when stuff like that happens. But yeah, right now with Jadakiss absolutely snapped on that verse. So glad we got him on a track. It was nice little overall, you know, nice little Westside Gunn. I don't think he ever paid for Paris from last year in 2020. I thoroughly enjoyed that project from Westside Gunn. But for this project, I thoroughly enjoyed for Westside Gunn. Next up we got is Vaughn. Vaughn's a recent signee for Top Dog Entertainment. Kendrick Lamar said, I'm gonna release one more album underneath Top Dog, TDE, one more time, and said, alright, we got another artist to replace you quick, Vaughn. I thoroughly enjoyed him. Nice little new style rapper. Some of my favorite tracks from this EP was Not Allowed, Top Shot as a Tap. So nice little new voice in the hip hop rap game. Thankfully, he was put on the pedestal with TDE and them throwing him out there so the whole world could see he's a solid artist in my book. Next up we got is Belly, to See You Next Weekend. Nice little project from him. Belly's another new artist for me. He first impressed me with Money on the Table with Benny the Butcher earlier this year. Then he released the track with The Weeknd and Young Thug about a month ago. And then about last week he released with the album, of course, one of the last lead single was with Nas and The Weeknd. Die For It. Thoroughly enjoyed that track. I also did a reaction that'll be up here. But overall, solid project from Belly. Nice little something new from someone I haven't really listened to in a cohesive project. Next up, so much music coming up in August of 2020. Next up we got is Grip. Grip is a new signee from Shady Records for Eminem. He's a new artist who even on his song, some of the songs he said he thought about quitting music, quitting hip hop, quitting rap overall. And then Eminem hit him up, said he want to sign him, and that whole story with everything was just absolutely insane. Some of my favorite tracks was Placebo with Voice to 5'9". See, you got Shady Records, you gotta get Voice to 5'9". Eminem was also featured on a track called Walk Through. Eminem had a solid feature verse. You know, when it comes to feature verses from Eminem, he tends to just steal the verses, tends to steal the whole song. But he laid back. He gave his artist the frame to do something. And Eminem gave a solid verse. Definitely not something you anticipate from Eminem feature verse, but this project from Grip, I like damn near playlist every single track. I thoroughly enjoy this project with him. And to close it out, almost on the last day of August, on a Sunday, 8 a.m., Kanye West or UMG dropped Donda. After all the hype, after many months of anticipation, the live streams, the stadium tours, it finally released. And I got ups and downs, thoughts about it. I don't think it's Kanye's best project. I think we all collectively agree. I think it's like mid-tier. This is Kanye's 10th studio album, so I put it in like the 5, no, not the 5, probably like the 6 to 8 range in terms of his best project. But you know, this is a Kanye West project, so the production is absolutely insane. Some of the features on here were absolutely insane, and some of the artists that were featured on here put their heart and soul into the verses. You can honestly tell, like The Weeknd, Baby Keem, Kid Cudi had a nice little verse on there with the Kid Cudi always delivers. So it was just a solid project overall. Just like, what is an hour and 48 minutes long? It's just like, I'm never ever gonna play this thing all the way through. It's just the songs that if I feel like listening to, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy it. But for all anticipation, is it worth the hype? Up and down. Just go back and forth between people, but it's not personally my favorite album from Kanye. But it's something that hold us off. It was something we anticipated for over a year now, but it was alright in my opinion. If I had to rank it, I would give it like a 6.5 to 7. 7 on a good day, 6.5 because it's just so much, it's just so freaking long. Not to mention just part 2s because you got other artists on the part. It was a whole different thing, but overall, thoroughly enjoyed Donda. Can't wait to see what Kanye West does next. Probably not gonna get another album from him within probably the next 2 years or so. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does with that, different approach he does with that. But overall, Donda, thoroughly enjoyed that. August 2021. Crazy. It started off kind of slow, but we got Nas opening it up. And then this past weekend with August closing out, we got so many projects. Like I said, it was Belly, Grip, Donda to close it out on a Sunday. So August 2021 was all overall solid. Coming up September, we got Drake opening it up with Certified Lover Boy. It's still gonna be interesting to see what the actual. I don't think that's the cover art. I don't think that's the actual cover art. Honestly, that's probably just a joke. But it's gonna be interesting to see what he does with that. How he tops or trying to top Kanye West. I don't know what direction he's gonna take with the Certified Lover Boy title. It's gonna be a lot of love songs, a lot of melodic singing. We just gonna have to wait to see. I believe Lil Nas X is releasing his first studio album, so September is looking promising, it's looking interesting to see. But overall, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my playlist overlooking things of August of 2021. Like I said, I'm trying to do these more often, as often as I possibly can every month at the first or so of the next month to look back on the previous month. So if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. I got more content like this always coming soon. So please subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.